you. I'm talking to you. We see it. Talking to you. Are you talking to you? Are you talking to you? You ready? I'm talking to you. We see it. Talking to you. I'm talking to you. Talking to you. Run.
You on?
Yeah, I'm on. What's good, man? How y'all doing?
Man, salute Pitfights. What's going on, baby? How you, man?
I'm good, man. I've been here since the beginning of the show, man. Just been chilling, listening to John and keeping game on everything that was said.
Okay, fine. Yo, I just checked my Twitter, pardon me, man. So what's your thoughts on all this? Because Pitfights been around forever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what I'm thinking is, like, I know it's DMV, but Pitfights is like the respectable league in my opinion. So like what's your thoughts on it?
Well, I got a few thoughts, and I hope people don't get too offended, but like I just came from a DMV event this weekend that the one North was down at. It was Bring Your Bars, and I was there when they started shooting one of the vlogs and videos or whatever. And the event for the most part was a pretty decent event. They had some good battlers there, but at the end when they started shooting the vlog and they said all the DMV leagues were here, they said everybody except Pitfights. That's number one. So I would say this: when my perception of this whole thing, when they speak DMV, they're talking about their little clique. They're talking about the circle they run in. They're not talking about everybody, because if you're talking about DMV and you say Maryland, we run Maryland flat out. Period.
Yeah.
You know. So if you don't mention Pitfights in that, then you can't be talking about DMV. You're talking about your circle of cliques, and that's cool. That's peace. You know, because the Pit never needed a region. We've always done us for damn near 10 years, so we don't need that.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to be clear that they're speaking about their entity, their cliques that they run with, the circle they run with. They're not speaking for everybody. And I fuck with Ryder. I fuck with Ryder individually. I fuck with a lot of DMV, people who use that DMV title or region. I fuck with a lot of them individually, but I don't fuck with the movement as a whole, because the movement don't fuck with everyone as a whole. So it's hard to be a part of something when you're not a part of it. But they're not speaking for everybody. John called. Well, John reached out to me. Harriet reached out to me, and the way they gave it to me, I wasn't offended. Would I have been offended if they said, "Well, listen, we setting up shop in Baltimore," or I found out they setting up the shop in Baltimore from a flyer? Yeah. I'm gonna feel offended, and I'm gonna talk to somebody about that, because I do believe it's protocol, or if not protocol, at least a respect issue. You know what I mean? That they can't follow. But they reached out again. So I don't know how the league owners feel, but me as a league owner, they reached out to me directly. So I don't have a problem with what they're doing. I don't know about Jack Boy and his issue. I don't know. I can't call it, but I know for a fact that when they talk DMV, they're not talking about everybody. They're talking about their cliques.
Okay. So from the outside, so you don't have a problem with what John's doing in DC?
No. Well, number one, DC's 40 miles from me. That's like me having a problem with Capital One Cut or anyone doing something. That's 40 miles from me. I'm not pressed about that. You know what I mean? Like I'm in Baltimore, and I pull from all over the country. So it's not even like. I don't know, Cass. Like I'm so narcissistic that I don't give a fuck who's doing what. I'm Shaka Pit. I'm Pitfights. I really don't give a fuck what you're doing, because I've been here before. I was here when the dust kicked in, and I'll be here when the dust settles. So I'm not really pressed, man. I've seen leagues come and go. I've seen leagues change their awning. You know what I mean? You see, we like a bodega. You go to a bodega and it's Poppy's, and you go back next month and it's Manny's. It's the same fucking nigga though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the same nigga that they change the awning. You know what I mean? I've seen that for years, so I'm not pressed about that, man. Like, I'm just worried about cultivating my artists and getting them to whatever level that they want to get up to, and making sure that Pitfights keeps his legacy and helps, maintain what's going on in the culture. I'm not pressed about that other shit, man, but I just don't believe that. I don't care, motherfucker. I could care less. I'm glad John reached out and did it the way he was supposed to be honest. But I'm not pressed about what anybody is doing. Like, what anyone at all is doing, because I'm me, and I'm gonna do me, and I believe in the culture. You know what I mean? And so that's why we still alive for damn near 10 years, because it's about the culture for me. It's about cultivating with the craft. So I'm not worried about that other shit, man. I'm really not. You know what I mean? So, and it's really, from what I see, it's fighters. It's not legal. From what I see. It's fighters. It's not really league owners from what I see. You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. Like, I'm not really privy to that whole DMV shit because we've never been, we've never been brought into that fold. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I really don't know. You know what I mean? But you know what? We just do what we do, man. And you want to fuck with us? Fuck with us. Like, to be honest, a lot of that DMV shit, man, this is not speaking for those dudes in particular, but from the region, just this whole DMV, because I've been doing this whole DMV shit for years, and they never really included Baltimore. It was really it was really D.C., Lower Maryland, and Virginia. They really didn't count anything above a certain line as them. You know what I mean? And what that was is there was a lot of dudes who really, they didn't want to say, I'm from Temple Hills. Because you go to New York, and they don't know where the fuck Temple Hills is. They don't want to say, I'm from Suitland. I'm from whatever. They don't want to say that. So it's easy to say DMV because it encompasses more. So that was historically what's been going on. So Danger Jones really the only motherfucker that started saying PG County. He was the one saying PG because he's not from DC. He's not from Baltimore. He's from PG County. So, but most people won't do that because you're like, what the fuck is PG County? I don't know about PG County.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what I mean? It's like a nigga being
Ty Law too.
New York. You know what I mean? Well, Ty Law, I believe, is DC. I believe Ty Law is actually from the city, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I mean? But you know, he's always rep. He's always rep, you know, where he's from or whatever. You know what I mean? But you know, the DMV thing, it's an easier thing to sell for a lot of people who's not from an already known city. And you know, Baltimore, we just never had to do that. You know, Baltimore is Baltimore, with or without any extra flag time. You know what I mean? So historically, that's what's been going on. I can't say that's currently what's going on. I can't say that because I don't know what their situation is. But historically, that's what it was. You know what I mean? So that's why I don't fuck with the movement as far as that title because we're not part of that, to be honest, at this point. But I fuck with Ryder. You know what I mean? I fuck with the dude Venom who has Bring Your Bars League. You know what I mean? So I fuck with individuals. Like even though me and Drugs got, you know, Drugs and I, we haven't had any issues. So I don't have a problem with the dudes themselves. It's just that whole title. Sometimes it doesn't mean what it's. You know what I mean? What you think it means. It really don't mean that, to be honest.
Okay. I got you. So it's not. I got you. I see where you're coming from. So it's not the whole DMV really. It's just they click who's from out there and shit really.
Yeah, it's the click they running with.
And a DMV is an overhead title.
Right. So for instance, if you got somebody like let's say Drugs is from DC, like they said, and you got somebody else from another Maryland county, a lower Maryland county, like somewhere close to DC, and then you got somebody from. It's just easy to say shit DMV. Why not? They all from the corresponding area. They all rep parts of the different regions. So why not say DMV? You know, why not do that? That sort of makes sense. It does make sense. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not knocking that. Like I said, I can't say why they're doing it. But historically, it was dudes who didn't want to say, I'm from Temple Hills. You know what I mean? I'm from whatever outlying county. They just didn't want to do that. It's almost like before Yonkers was Yonkers, maybe somebody from Yonkers really wouldn't say, they may just say New York. You know what I'm saying? But Yonkers is Yonkers, and we know what Yonkers is. So now Yonkers ain't got Yonkers, is just say Yonkers. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where, like for instance, if you from the Five Boroughs, you don't. How many motherfuckers say I'm from the Tri-State? Let's keep it a buck. I'm from Brooklyn originally. We never say motherfucking Tri-State, but he might say Tri-State. You know what I'm saying? He might do that. But a nigga from the Five Boroughs, we don't say that shit. Why? Because New York City stood on its own for what it was by itself. You know what I'm saying? So it was a lot. So, again, that's just historically speaking, fellas. I'm not saying that that's what's going on now, because I don't know a lot of the dudes personally. I don't know where they're from personally. But historically, because I've been in this whole DMV war for 10 years, from the DMV Awards, from them trying to use Baltimore artists and not claim us. You know what I mean? So I've been fighting this fight with a lot of these niggas in middle school. I was fighting this DMV fight. When a lot of these niggas in the middle school, I started Grind Time DMV with High School Paradox. You know what I mean? So, and the first Grind Time DMV event was in Baltimore. You know what I mean? And the second event was in D.C. through one of my connects, Tony Bella, who actually started using the name DMD first, to my knowledge, he started using it first. He claims he came up with the title. So I've been in this fight for a long, long time. I've been in this a long, long time, but they never really counted us as DMD. So we said, fuck it, let it be known then. We're not DMD, we Baltimore. You know what I mean? But I fuck with the individuals. I fuck with Ryder. I think he's dope. I think he's gonna go a long way. You know what I mean? Like drugs and starting to come up. So, it's not a shock to the individuals at all. But the movement is hard to grasp when they clearly don't really mean us. Like I said, I was down there when they started shooting their blog, and they was naming every league that was in the building, but not Pitfights. You know what I mean? And I'm right there with my full Pitfight regalia. You know what I mean? So I'm there. I got my Pitfight hat on. I'm flying my Pitfight flag. So I'm there. But they didn't. So it's just it's just one of those things. So they definitely don't speak for the whole region. But they do speak for themselves. I guess they mean what they saying, but it's definitely not the whole total region. Because like I say, if they did mean DMD, then that would have to mean somebody like Tay-Rock as well. You know what I mean? It would have to mean other people as well. But it really means their clique, their people, and who they fuck with, and they don't want John fucking with anything that they're doing. And, that is what it is. You know what I mean? I can respect that on a certain level. You know what I mean? I just don't give a fuck. Because I'm not narcissistic and confident that I don't give a fuck. I'm going to be here when it's all over and done with. You know what I mean? So, and John did it. He reached out. Him and Elliot reached out. So I can't really trip on the situation. And I know the girl Yvette that he's talking about, she reached out to me as well individually. So it's been, the politics on my end has been appropriate. You know what I mean? I don't know what's happened on their end, to be honest. He might want to talk to the league owner that they run with. And maybe he can help squash some of this shit that's going on and kind of convey the message that, hey, John's not doing this. He's not going to fuck with this. He's not fucking with that. He's just trying to. Sometimes you need a mediator to help smoothing it out. And right now, I don't see any league owner from that clique that's speaking up, to my knowledge. You know what I mean? The dude Venom, who runs Bring Their Bars, who, they all cool with him. Like, Twerk was there. Drugs that they've been, I was at, they was all there, Jack Boy, they was all there. So maybe the dude Venom, who I had a lovely conversation with today, I guess I'll call it a lovely because he's old out there, but we had a real dope-ass fucking conversation today. Me and the dude Venom, who runs, a Southern Maryland league, used to be with bar vendors, and so we had a nice good chop up, and we're going to do some things. So I think it's all about who you speak to be honest. I think you need to speak to somebody who's throwing the fucking event, to be honest, not the motherfuckers who's in the event. You know what I mean? That's my personal opinion. The John reach out, to one of the league owners down there who they fuck with. Maybe they can help, get the message out a little better because clearly, drugs and all that, they're not hearing what John is saying. Clearly they're not hearing it because they definitely, I was there. They definitely feel how the fuck they feel. I can tell you that for a fact, Karen. They feel how the fuck they feel. And they where they at with it. So John alone isn't going to be able to do that if that's what he wants. You know what I mean? And but we need to speak to a league owner about that situation. I think hopefully that will help squash this whole shit. You know what I mean? So that's what I think should happen. You know what I mean? And stop talking to the battle rappers. No disrespect to the battle rappers, but they're not the ones throwing the event. They're not the ones who it's really going to affect monetarily. It's not going to affect them. You know what I mean? So. Talk to the league owners, man.
This shit, yeah. I hope this shit gets squashed, man. I definitely hope it gets squashed. What's going on with Pitfights, man?
Me too. Oh, man. Same here, cultivating new talent, man. I got my man Rebel want to come up. He Rebel's in the War Report event in June, going against King Flow from down. He's a Seven City Sharks fighter, so he's going against him. Rebel's going to come up. He's been in the trap. I believe he's been in We Go Hard. So, Rebel's going to come up. I got another dude. I got Legacy. I think I saw him fight Blu-ray Blade, and he fought Big Man. So, so I got an event coming up on the 28th, domestic violence. So, we have our male versus female theme fight almost every year. This is our fourth one. So we got that coming on the 28th. So that's going to be nice, man. So I'm into cultivating new talent. You know me, man. I'm not into, reaching out and getting these URL dudes or whatever. I'm going to cultivate my fighters locally. And if they want to branch off or they can't branch off, or to something else, cool. I'm good with that. I'm good with being Duke in Maryland. You know what I mean, I'm good with being that. I really don't need to be the Lakers. That's not where I'm at, man. I'm going to cultivate my talent here. And if they want to go off like Danger Zone did, and whoever else, I'm good with that. Because before this new wave that came in, there hasn't been anybody worth their weight battle-wise in Maryland that hasn't come through Pitfights. So I'm good with that, man. I'm good with playing my part, man, for the culture, and I'm good with it, man. So you'll hear about guys coming up in the future, but I'm not really into the big name thing right now, and that's not what I'm about, man. I want to cultivate new talent and coach them and get them to a place where they can move forward. So that's what I'm doing, man. That's my place right now, man.
Oh, that's what it is. That's what it is. All right, well, shit, man.
I fuck with y'all, man. I appreciate y'all having me on, man. Angry Fan Movement, y'all know how to go, man. That's for the culture, B. Like, this nigga represents the culture, protects the culture, so I definitely fuck with y'all, man. 100%, man. 100%.
Yo, definitely appreciate that. Yo, Shaka, anytime you want to come on, you can hit a nigga up, man. It's like, let a nigga know, bro.
Yo, you know what? What happened with the chick, Yvette, the one that John is working with in D.C., she hit me up and was like, yo, John, because it's funny, man, I was talking, and she was like, she didn't like the blog that was going on because it made it seem like everybody was against John. Like, and she tried to reach out for an interview, and she said, yo, they didn't want to fuck with me because they only wanted a certain perspective. They didn't want, they didn't want her perspective. They wanted a wild, rowdy type perspective. So I was like, you know what? I actually said the other day on Facebook, I can screenshot it. I said, yo, I'm gonna reach out to Angry Fan and see what's up because the air needs to be clear because it's not everybody in the DMV area. It's not a totality thing. It's a clique of motherfuckers that got a problem with what's going on. And again, they may be well justified in that, but it's not everybody. You know what I mean? It's not everybody.
Yeah.
It's that particular circle. They have their reasons. They feel legitimate about it, and that's what it is. But it's definitely not everybody. You know what I mean? So, and so I was gonna come on. I'm gonna hit you up, man. I'm definitely gonna hit you up. And it's crazy that she hit me and said, "Yo, John's on Angry Fan right now." So I'm like, "Oh shit!" So I called right up from the time John got on. I was the kid on deck.
But I don't even mean about this. I mean for pit fight. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I feel you, man. I feel you. I definitely will, man. Like, August is going to be real dope, man. Like, August, if you come out August, like, we'll chop it up about that. We got, what we got? Dog Day Afternoon. I think it's 4. We got that in August, and we got most of our heavy hitters on that because that's a qualifying event to see who goes to Decimus, which is our championship event. So,
yeah.
So we got all the big, we got Rebel on that card. J-Law on that card, Murders on that card. So all of our heavyweights are pretty much going to be on that card. So that should be a good event for you to come through, man. And check us out, fuck with us, man. We got
that's what it is. I'm definitely gonna be in touch, Shaka.
All right, man. Angry Fan Movement, what it is, y'all.
That's it. Salute, my nigga.
Salute.
Word, man. Salute, Shaka. One. Yo, shout out to Shaka. Pitfights is like 10+ in the game. Research.
Shaka saying he don't fuck with this shit. That was powerful. Because Shaka
all right, hold on. Hold on. So that means that's one of our phones. That shit is still doing it.
Listen, man. Niggas that's probably my shit. Because I got headphones. Hold on. Yeah, that's you. You knew that was you, man. Come on, man.
Take your boost off. What the fuck? You had a boost off?
I had some.
What you calling this? You the bleep, nigga?
But
yeah, this nigga bleeped it. Yo, you bleeped it? Yeah.
That nigga texted me talking about you texting? I was like, nah. Damn, my shit sound like I was texting?
Yeah, your shit sound like your shit sound like somebody was tap dancing on some Rice Krispies or something.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, I had some fucking iPhone. But what I was saying, Shaka saying he didn't co-sign it, that was powerful because Shaka, as far as that area, Shaka like the first nigga I seen like doing that shit, like battle rap shit. So
Facts.
That was powerful.
Facts.
Yeah. Powerful.
Like Pitfights, the whole area is one
Talking to you. I'm talking to you. We see it. Talking to you. Are you talking to you? Are you talking to you? You ready? Talking to you. We see talking to you, talking to you.